was a random spur of the moment idea. If you watch my living room makeover video, that was sort of a similar thing. I just like moving things around in my house a lot. I love home decor. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. So I thought for this video, I would do a little guest room makeover sneak peek. I am now in my new guest room slash my boyfriend's office. And when we moved into this place, I feel like it was sort of like a mishmash of a bunch of different decor items. It was, you know, we were coming from a basically 1-bedroom apartment into this big house. We didn't really have a lot to fill up the space. So a lot of what was in here was just like leftover decor or like spillover decor, if you will. And there was no real theme. There was no inviting part of this room whatsoever. And so after sitting down with my boyfriend one morning, which you will see, we kind of came up with this dark academia theme. He sort of brought it up and I was like, wait, this is such a good idea. I love a theme and it's definitely right up his alley. So he's been enjoying doing like office work in here and it's just like literally my favorite spot in the house now. So I have documented this entire experience. We did this over the course of maybe like, I would say a week and a half total, but like actually working on it about 24 hours. We got as much stuff from the thrift store and secondhand as we possibly could, and it's just so freaking cool. Like this is just the very smallest little corner and I can't wait for you to see it. So I guess we're gonna rewind a couple weeks ago when we were sitting right here on this bed when this room looked very, very different, and we will take you back from the very beginning. This is the most random morning ever, but I am sitting here in one of our guest rooms. Basically, this is like the current state of our guest room. Hello, my boyfriend and I are both in our pajamas, but we are sitting here trying to figure out what to do with this room because this is mostly Drew's office slash art studio slash just like place that he comes and does all of his work. This room has basically become an overflow for all of the extra home decor that we have gathered over the 3.5 years as a couple. Somehow, I think it was you that maybe thought of it, was like, what about like the dark academia aesthetic that everyone's talking about right now, which to me basically feels like Harry Potter-ish, kind of like D&D fantasy,
English library.
Yeah, an English library, English pub type of thing, which we love. So we took a quick browse on Pinterest. The sort of vibes that we were picking up on a lot of the pins that we liked were vintage books, potion bottles, dark walls is a huge one, which we live in a rental, so we'll work on that. A head bust sculpture, hanging dried flowers was another huge one. Framed bugs, which we have 1 or 2 of. Hanging plants, vintage furniture. We saw a vintage periodic table that we thought was really cool. Lots of dark wood and gold accents, and vintage frames and mirrors. So we're gonna like, I don't know, find some inspiration. Definitely gonna go thrifting for this. Maybe possibly head to Lowe's and look at some samples for paint. Our landlord actually loves, she's come over to our house a couple of times since we moved in and she loves what we've done with the house, so I know she's not gonna mind. And also we're gonna repaint it definitely before we move out. So let's see what we have so far and what we're working with. So here is an overview of what we have in the room so far. We did have an old desk that was Drew's right here, but I have actually taken over this desk, so it's actually in my room now. We have some records that we've already started taking apart because I think we're gonna do something else with this little like tiny nook corner. We also have another nook over here, which we're thinking maybe like a bookshelf or something similar. We've also already gathered some inspiration here for things that we already own. So we're trying to buy as little as possible and especially as little new as possible. We have this wall right here, which just has this one little lonely drawing that Drew has drawn. That was a lot of D's and it's his little D&D island. So we will see what we can do about that. But we just have like random Wi-Fi cords, a random trash can. Definitely going to take this headboard and spray paint it black. It just needs to match the vibe. But we're gonna take one last little overview of this room and then shit's gonna start changing. The first place we are stopping on our journey is the thrift store. We're gonna see what the thrift store has to offer as far as furniture. We really want to find a like vintage thrifted desk. Let's see what happens, see what we find. Okay, made it back from the store. Very successful day one in my opinion. We got so much stuff at the thrift store. We got all the paint samples, got some spray paint to spray paint our headboard. We're actually currently hanging our plants. So we're drilling the very first hole. Exciting things happening over here. First plant!
Whoa.
That is really cool. Drew got this really unique plant at the store. It's called a pitcher plant. It obviously needs some TLC, but we are willing to nurse him back to health. Him and his many ball sacks. Give it some time and we will get him back into tip-top shape.
Look at this guy.
I mean,
look at this one.
You picked it.
So much girth.
Next up, we're gonna be testing the paint samples that we got. We got 2 different samples. One is called, what's the one you're using? Dark Secret. And then the sample that I'm gonna be trying is called Little Black Dress.
Are you vibing right now?
Yeah, I'm vibing. Are you?
As much as I can,
We're back for another day, and actually, this is like a hilarious thing that I feel like just these things happen to me. We just purchased a amazing antique desk and chair off of Facebook Marketplace. So we went to pick up this desk. The people left us the measurements, they left us their address. We went to go pick it up and it doesn't fit in the car because they measured it incorrectly. There's like maybe this much or so of the desk that's sticking out of the back of the hatchback. So we pulled into a Target parking lot and Drew is actually inside right now buying bungee cords. So we are going to bungee this bitch shut because we have like an hour drive to get home. It's all good. It's absolutely perfect. I can't wait for you all to see it. We got a vintage antique desk right here for like $70, which normally I think they're going on Etsy for anywhere from like $500 to like $1,500 and up. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'll pay an extra like $5 for a thing of bungee cords and bungee this thing closed so that we can get the rest of the way home safely. I'll take it. Today is an exciting day. It's the day I've been waiting for, and it is finally time to paint this room. We went with the upper sample, which you saw us testing out a few days ago. We committed, we bought the big gallon of it. We're gonna be painting back over this whenever we move out in a year or two, so it's not gonna be like a big deal if it's not perfect. We're gonna do a lot of painting. I'm hoping that because it's so dark, we'll only have to do 1 coat, but we'll see. Everybody
2 hours later.
All right, it's kind of hard to tell because it's super dark in here, but I love it. Drew and I are so obsessed. It took a lot faster than we expected, which was amazing. Painting back over it when we move out is another story, but it's doable. We can do it. But we're both just so excited, and I feel like this is really going to be what like sets the tone for this entire room. So I feel like moving forward, I can just visualize it so much more. And we have like all of the decor, we have a couple more DIYs, some furniture to build, and it's like really coming together. I'm so excited. I was telling Drew when we were painting, I was like, I think I'm gonna start filming some videos in here. I literally just could not be more excited. Let's keep going. Success. So here's the thing about the furniture. I was going to get a bunch of the furniture pieces on Facebook Marketplace, but number one, I'm trying to make it cost efficient, so I don't want to go like rent a U-Haul just to pick up a bookshelf. And two, when I was searching on Facebook Marketplace, a lot of the items that I was seeing weren't what we were looking for, and so I was like, maybe I'll just order a piece online. So I ordered 2 really affordable pieces online. Then I found stuff on Facebook Marketplace I wanted, so I was like, never mind, gonna return the cheap stuff. But it was gonna cost like $60 to return the cheap stuff. So I was like, because that was more money than like it was worth, you know? And so I decided to just keep the cheap furniture, but it's okay. It's not cheap, it's just new furniture, and I really wanted to get used, and I'm just so sad because, you know, a lot of it wouldn't fit in our car. This way it just came right to our doorstep. But I do have some fun little Facebook Marketplace finds to show you as the video goes on. But anyways, now that we have the painting done and it's drying, we're gonna open some of the furniture, and I think we have to assemble some of it, but we're so excited.
Oh, geez.
Yes. And then we also have to assemble this big guy. I know this one we definitely need to assemble. This one, I think it's already put together.
Well, this was the one that we found on Facebook Marketplace.
But it was more than if you bought it new.
Yes.
Yeah, so we just went ahead and went for it. That's enough for one day. Good night, everybody. It is the final day. We're so freaking excited. I've probably said that throughout the course of this entire video, but the paint has dried, the spray paint has dried. We have pretty much all of our DIYs done. We're basically now just going to start like the fun part. Decorating, seeing where things are gonna go, hanging stuff on the walls. I'll show you all the stuff that I've gathered throughout the last couple weeks for this video, and I'm just so pumped to see this finally put together. But first, inspired by Lone Fox, I will show you some tape removing ASMR. Oh yeah, baby. So first things first, we found these curtains online. They're a like really crushed velvet, like jewel tone. That's what I'm trying to do. That was like sort of the vibe if there was gonna be color in this room. I think it's gonna look so cool with the walls. Taking the curtain rod that we already had that was white, we spray painted it brass just to give it a little more like, I don't know, older feel, and it was honestly perfect. And now it looks like this. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I need to contain my sound effects because it's probably gonna get annoying. And yes, we are both wearing Disney themed shirts today. No, that was not planned, but we are rolling with it.
Yeah.
Now that we're starting to hang things on the wall, we're actually going to hang up this insanely cool tapestry that's like an old world map. We found it on Facebook Marketplace. It was actually for sale near my mom, so she very kindly went and picked it up for us. It cost $25. It has a certificate of authenticity. It was made in Belgium, and it's like hand embroidered. It's the coolest thing ever, so we're gonna hang it on the wall, obviously. Oh yes, bitch. We have this trunk right here, which is an antique vintage piece that's actually in Drew's family. It was his great-grandfather's trunk, and we haven't really had much of a place for it, so we've kind of just been like storing it in random areas throughout the house, but it's gonna go perfect in here. Oh my god, sick! This is sick. Come on. It's perfect. So I've just glued these little, like barely even glued them on. You can nail them, but it's really not necessary. I just found these little like brass thingies on Amazon. They're very clearly still drying. Also found these little brass handles that may look cool on the front. A couple little brass accents might just make it look really nice and antique. We allowed ourselves one little splurge item for this. This was already a record stand and all the records that we have, but we got ourselves a like Victrola, basically a fake ass record player. It's just a Bluetooth speaker, but it's gonna look really cool in here. It does not play records, but we do have a record player for that, but we just thought it would look really cool as a decoration. So we're gonna try it. Oh my god, it's so cute! Look at her! You go, queen! Now is the moment Drew and I have been waiting for pretty much this entire time, which is to start decorating. We have most of the furniture in here. We're waiting on the sheets to dry, and we're just gonna start putting stuff on shelves. So we have some thrifted books here. We have The Rising Sun, Stephen King's The Dark Half, Jeffrey Deaver, Bodies Left Behind. And the cool thing about these books, since they are a bit older, is you can just take off the little, whatever this is, the shell, and then you're left with like a really old looking book. I have some antique books that are coming in the mail actually from Facebook Marketplace, but those haven't arrived yet, so we're gonna use what we have. Just take some books apart, and like eventually we'll read these, maybe. We found these dried lavender on Etsy. Oh. And we're trying to figure out where we're gonna put this. We were thinking of hanging it upside down, but it's like shedding like crazy, so we'll brainstorm, but it's going somewhere. Yay!
Hi! You gonna play D&D tonight?
What do you think of the new room? Is it so cool or what?
Last finishing touches, got some pillowcases, got a throw blanket, and some fresh clean sheets. It's so cool in here. The more the sun goes down, the cooler it is in here. I'm so excited. Drew actually has D&D like in about 10 minutes, and he's gonna play in here, and it's just gonna be so cool. Yeah, come here, come see it.
Move, your room's done.
So yeah, here is our new office slash guest room. It's just the coolest. I literally want to be in here all the time. Our cat is right here. He has not really left. We're all just like absolutely in love with it. I'm so glad we decided to go for it, especially the paint. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to see more makeovers like this, like maybe doing a backyard makeover, maybe doing a filming room makeover, who knows? We have a little landing, kind of like bonus room area in our house that we have no idea what to do with, but this is just so much fun for the both of us to do together. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see more. Everything that's available in this video that's linkable, I will link in the description in case you want to buy it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Do you like the new room? Be very comfortable? Oh good, we did it just for you.